Yesterday was the matriculation of the late HERBERT WIGWE's university in his country home in Rivers State, and his father, his mother, his daughter TOCHI WIGWE were all present. His brothers were present at the first matriculation of the school, because when HERBERT WIGWE died, they were 80%, let's say 85%, the school was 85% complete. And then when he died, before he even died, he has set up a panel, the committee, the board of trustees, all of those things, the people that are going to be the heads of each department and all of that. They have done that. They've concluded, as if he knew he was going to die. So they had that preparation done. Fast forward to when HERBERT WIGWE died. HERBERT WIGWE died in a very tragic, in a very painful, I don't know the words to use because I am not related to HERBERT WIGWE, but once in a while I just sit down and think about this guy and I shake my head. The reason I shake my head is the fact that HERBERT WIGWE did not die. He did not just die. He died with his wife. He did not just die with his wife. He died with their first child. Their first child. So 3 members of that family died in the helicopter crash in America, where they were going to see a spot somewhere in another state in America. And then as they were going, his PA, asked that he will stay with the luggage while he will go by road, let them go by air. And that was the only saving grace. His friend, Mr. Bimbo, who traveled with them, everybody, that was the end. So they left. HERBERT WIGWE's father and mother had broken. His children, Tochi, was the second born. And I think they had about 4 or 5 children. So with their first child going with them, so they were left with 3 or 4 of them. And then they had to make Tochi the director of the Father's Foundation, which he started in 2015-2016. And she's now the director, having gotten a master's degree that had to do with entrepreneurship and other managerial skills. So she is trying her best. So she was asked to deliver a speech at the first, matriculation of her father's school, Wigwe University. It was an emotional one. A lot of people had so many things to say. But one of the things Tochi said that touched me was when she said, she was talking to the students, encouraging them, telling them that they can do better, they can be whatever they dream of being. And she also told them how that they're full of energy, that, excuse me, she watches their TikTok videos and she enjoys it. That each time she watches their TikTok videos, she smiles. Meaning that immediately they resumed school, some of them were doing TikTok on campus and posting it, being proud of the university where they are. Chicken. So said she watches all of those things and she's always proud of them and it makes her smile. But one of the things she said that stood out to me, that I see that she was also speaking to herself, was when she said, God will not give you a battle that you are not equipped for. That she was speaking to herself. I think she was speaking, even everybody on that comment section, that made them cry. People were like, oh, before she started talking, they shed a tear, because HERBERT WIGWE's demise was one thing that, whether you were related to him or not, you will cry. It was so painful, and it's still so painful. I cried for days. Even as I'm speaking, I just pray I'm able to finish this video without sharing it. Wigwe's father was in attendance. The mother was there. This is not the first time Wigwe's father is losing a child. But this time he did not just lose a child. He lost his son. He lost his wife. That's his daughter-in-law. And lost his grandson. So it was just an event of joy with mixed feelings, because I can never understand how all that will happen to one man. God, I'm sorry if I'm questioning. I'm sorry about that. But I don't like, you see, I've been seeing Wigwe's stories coming, but I don't want to talk about it. Because I know how, if you watch my videos, you see the videos have about the same family. It was really a sad one. Until today, Nigerians are trying to recover from that kind of tragedy, because it broke our heart. It broke my heart throughout that week, throughout the period, even to the point where their pastor's wife had a birthday, people dragged her. I cried because I was like, let's flip the coin. If this man were to be her husband, she would not be able to celebrate. And that led to them, being transferred from the parish they were in, which happened to be Herbert Wigwe's parish where he worships. And the father of Herbert Wigwe asked them not to, didn't invite their pastor to come because of everything that was ongoing. It was a social media battle. But I'm happy that Tochi Wigwe, that we all thought, oh, how is she going to cope? How is she going to carry on? Was so bold. Doing the speech presentation. And the thing is, when she was about to end it, that's when she broke down. She shed a tear, she cried a little, and then she came down after speaking. And her grandmom hugged her. So I don't understand. But my happiness is at least they have a grandmother, they have a grandfather who will still, coach them, who will still advise them on what to do and what not to do. They still have uncles. Sometimes people think it's about money. No, it's not about money. It's about family. Wigwe was somebody that worked super hard. He is a co-founder of Access Bank, and today his partner, who had giving him everything to handle, giving Wigwe everything to handle, now had to step into the shoes because they needed to have somebody who would steer the ship. Wigwe, I don't think I will ever talk about you, and I will not become emotional because I didn't know you personally. And the first time I saw Wigwe was, the first time I ever saw him was last year. Like, I never knew who he was. I never bothered to check. I have been banking with Access Bank. I have won prizes in Access Bank as one of their very good customers who is always depositing money and transacting. But I never cared to search where Wigwe is. I never knew him. It was when I saw him, during the presidential campaign, you will see that the news was about, presidents, people vying for different positions. So it was more of political news than there was, other news. So Wigwe just came as a flash on TV when they talked about, I think, was it on TV? I watched him on YouTube. I can't remember. They're talking about the university, and then he was speaking to his community, saying that this university is going to bring enlightenment, is going to bring light to our community. Please, let's support the workers that will be on site. They were so happy. They did, he just was encouraging them. He spoke like someone who was giving them his last word. He said, you people should support us. This is your university. It is not my university. It's for all of us. And they were all super happy. That was the first time I saw. So when the news broke that Wigwe was late, I said, is he not this man I saw that time? Because they mentioned the university, and that was when my thought clicked. I was like, wonderful. This is a man I just saw in a flash. He's dead already. Why? Somebody who was full of strength, who was full of energy, dying. If there was, I am God, I'm sorry, because I actually questioned God, because Wigwe was not related to me in any form. We are both south, but it's not from my state. But the pain, this goes to show that we should try as much as possible to train our children in a way that don't train them for now, train them for the future. Just like I tell people, don't marry a man or a woman for where you are now. Marry for the future, because whether you like it or not, your children will do homework. Whether you like it or not, your children will go to school. If the father is not present, the mother will be present. If the mother is not present, the father will be present. Maybe work will take them out and still bring them back. Let parents be super informed because of the age we are in, to be able to advise and groom their children to the right direction. Today, Tochi wears the father's shoe, wears the mother's shoe, and wears her older brother's shoe. I pray that God will continue to console this family.